Hi there, and welcome to another dose of virtual vitamin Z. This is DZS News for the week of February 8th, 2021. I'm your co-host, Steven.
And I'm your co-host, Claire. Let's get started with some Detroit Zoological Society updates. First and foremost, just a reminder to all of our members and people who are considering purchasing a membership. The Detroit Zoo is open early to members for the next several months on the weekends from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Those are exclusive member hours. And as we mentioned before, the morning is one of my favorite times to go out and visit the zoo. Many of the animals are up and active and moving around. So for all of those who are members and those who are considering it, 9 to 10 on weekends, come out and see us.
Next up, I know that last week we announced the births of two polar bear cubs at the zoo, but don't forget that there is also a baby lion, Binti, who is at the zoo as well. And we wanted to give you a quick update on her. She is doing very well. She's had the opportunity to go outside when it has been warm enough. And as you can see from these photos, she is learning how to be a lion, which is just a wonderful process to see. She also encountered snow for the first time, and I was told that that was a pretty spectacular moment as well.
Speaking of new updates, we have some updates on Solaire's habitat. Solaire is the water monitor who lives in our care at the Holden Reptile Conservation Center. And while the building is still closed, the habitat progress is coming along really well. So this week, they filled in all of the bottom of the habitat with dirt, as you can see here in this picture. So that brought the whole elevation up a little bit. So Solaire will be moving around on top of this soon. And I wanted to point out a really cool feature that was shown to me this morning. On top of this rock structure is actually this awesome planter. So inside of it, a bunch of plants are going to be done on there so they can kind of like cascade over the side of the rock sculpture, really providing a very lush tropical type feel for Solaire when they move back into the habitat. And you can see some of the other large palm trees and plants are being installed in the space, so they'll have an opportunity to take root and start growing a little bit. And the glass has been installed and the plastic covering over it has been removed, so you can actually see into the habitat. So this photo is on your way out of the Reptile Conservation Center, and this will be Solaire's pool. You can see they put some large pieces of driftwood down in there. The water level, Stephen, is going to come up across the bottom of the glass here. So you're actually be able to see down into the water and above the water as you're checking out Solaire as they're spending time enjoying the pool. So I'm really excited for this to kind of finish up and see what it all looks like when it's all put together.
Wow. I love that idea of being able to have that perspective, because Solaire does spend time in the water, and so being able to, like Solaire, kind of see above and below the surface is pretty cool.
This is a pretty awesome pool. There's actually like a little like shallow end on one side. So if Solaire just wants to kind of like hang out with a little bit of water, there's like a whole area for that to happen. And if Solaire wants to go down into the deeper pool, there's that aspect too. So it's a very dynamic, very large, expansive habitat. And I can't wait for Solaire to go out and explore the space.
Just got to make sure he waits 30 minutes after eating before exploring
Is it?
that pool.
I thought it was 60 minutes. Is it down to
Is
30?
it 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've
We'll
been
put a
taking a lot of risks in life.
we'll put a sign up for Solaire so they know to be responsible.
Cool. All right, Claire, back to you for our feature story.
Thanks, Stephen. Feature story, Gorillas on the Line campaign has begun. Gorillas on the Line is a really unique initiative that several zoos and aquariums across the country are participating in. This is an opportunity for you to recycle your old cell phones. There are metals inside those phones that they are mining for in habitat that is where the gorillas live out in Africa. So by recycling these phones, the metal can be removed and reused in new electronics, reducing the amount of mining that needs to take place that's destroying the gorilla's habitat. So this is a simple action that you can take that really is making a huge difference for gorillas in the wild. There is a box towards the front of the zoo that you can place your old recyclables in there, and we will send them away to be responsibly processed.
And a couple of things to add. We as an organization have been participating in this campaign for 2 years, and our community has been doing an amazing job. I believe the first year of the campaign, we were ranked 7th among all zoos and aquariums that were participating. And last year, despite the fact that we were going through a pandemic, we were ranked 4th. And so it's not a competition. Obviously, the end goal is not for one group to win, but it's to help conserve that gorilla habitat. But at the same time, we know that our community has responded really well in the past, and we're looking forward to seeing what we can do this year.
All right, let's check out our virtual education program preview for the week. Just a reminder, our presentations are at 11 a.m. on the Detroit Zoo's Facebook page, and we are starting off the week, as always, with DZS News, episode 6, which is airing right now.
And then Tuesday, February 9th, the wildlife adventure story will be Why Vultures Do Not Hunt. And I've heard this one, and it's a pretty great one, so I'm looking forward to seeing it in this new format.
On Wednesday, we'll be celebrating science, featuring an interview with Lisa Robinson. So I'm looking forward to that. This has been a great series to help us be introduced to lots of voices and important people within the field of science that we might not have otherwise met.
And then on Thursday, the Green Journey episode will be more details on this Gorillas on the Line campaign. We'll delve a little bit more closely into the issue of coltan mining and how the campaign is working to address it, as well as provide more specifics about what you can do to support.
Stephen, I feel like now is a good time to admit that it was into year 2 of Gorillas on the Line before I realized the play on words. Like, you're on the line, like on the phone, and you're recycling phones, but gorillas are also on like the line. So just
it took me a while. It took other people making calling that out. So we're both in the same boat.
Perfect. And Friday, we're going to wrap it up with the birds and the bees, focusing on beekeeping. So if you're interested in our striped winged insect friends, check out Friday at 11 a.m. for more information about the bees.
And then a couple of other programs that we wanted to call out that are available virtually. One is, we've talked a lot about virtual vitamin Z, but the Belle Isle Nature Center's website has a virtual backyard page where they compile a lot of the videos that have been shared on Facebook and in other formats that are really focused on local wildlife and how you can coexist with them. So be sure to check those videos out on the Belle Isle Nature Center's website.
And we have Bird Watching for Beginners, which is a free 5-part course with the Belle Isle Nature Center. And I've had the opportunity to help out with the facilitation of this on a couple occasions. And Erin, who facilitates them, does a phenomenal job of helping people explore the world of ornithology, learn a little bit more about the birds that we share our neighborhoods with, and how our small actions can make a huge benefit for them. So if you are interested, please check that out. Again, it is free in a 5-part course. So the next one is coming up just next week.
And while it would be great for have people participate in all of them, if you weren't able to make that January 10th one, you can join the February 14th lesson, and you won't be behind. I checked with Erin, and she said, yeah, she would love to have new people.
And a reminder to all of our educators out there, including homeschool parents, preschool all the way up through 12th grade teachers. Our virtual learning labs are available on the website, DetroitZoo.org. You can register and pick out a time that works best for your class. And we are able to work with schools that are in session face-to-face, schools that are hybrid. There's like face-to-face and home instruction, and solely remote instruction. So whatever you're currently experiencing, we have a program that can fit in with that features many of the animals that live here in our care, and sharing out information about them.
And one featured program is Zoo Talks at Home, which I know that has a pretty strong fan base already, but be sure to encourage your friends, encourage other family members to check it out. Really well done and just a lot of fun. And it's something that we can ship supplies for to across the country.
All right, that's everything this week. Until next week, stay healthy, Detroit.